passive investing, just for someone that might not know what that means, like give just a real layman term, like what does a passive investor mean?
So there's two ways you make money: active or passive. Active means you're actually spending your time and energy working for it, for whatever it is. It's typically a job or maybe some contract labor, say like realtors, working for commission. And once that job is done, you get paid. And then once you stop doing it, you stop getting paid. So that's active. Most people will be making active money. That'll be their primary source of income. However, if you can earn money passively or start building passive income over time, then eventually, ultimately, it comes down to every dollar that you're earning that's passive is one less dollar that you have to actively work for. It's not that you would quit your job and retire early. Maybe you want to. Not everybody does. Not everybody wants to do that. Some people love their jobs. But it gives you that option that if you need to pull back because maybe an illness in the family, or you just need to really reset and recharge and you want to take a couple months off, you could. Or for those that actually want to pursue other passions because they don't like their job, then it gives them that ability to move on without having to deplenish their savings, if you will. So that's where passive income comes in. It's work that you do one time, but has continual income coming in, month out.
Making an investment in, let's say, a real estate fund where there's hundreds or dozens or hundreds of people that put in a certain amount of money, and then do they get like a dividend check every month, or how does that normally work?
And those can look a million different ways. The way ours is set up, there's a preferred rate of return that investors get based on the income that the fund is creating. They can look a lot of different ways. So that's one way that you can have passive income. A very simple and probably where most people would think of passive income would be like a single family rental property where you're getting that rent check every month. It also could be a stock dividend. It's probably going to take a lot, or it will take a lot of money for that to be some substantial amount. But those are a few different ways that you can have passive income.
I kind of wouldn't consider, and I mean, tell me if I'm wrong, but like, let's say I have one rental property. That's really not passive because I have to actively be involved in collecting the rent and making sure the lawn is mowed and I don't get nasty letters from the HOA, and I actually don't want to deal with all that. So
you're 100% right. So passive income from a single family rental standpoint, is it passive? There's a debate about it. Is it completely hands-off passive? No, because you're right. You do get notifications from the HOA that your tenants didn't cut their lawn. And even if you have a property management company in charge, you still have to manage them. So when you're noticing a lot of turnover in your tenants and your management company is telling you about it, I mean, well, you kind of got to manage the manager and figure out what's going on here. Maybe it's not their fault. Could just be the area, but maybe it is their fault. So it's not completely passive. And there's not a lot of truly passive assets out there. They do exist, but ultimately there tends to be some level of management from you. It's just, what variety do you want that to be? Do you want to be a more hands-on investor where you have the single family rental, or do you want to be a bit more on the passive side where you're investing in a syndication or a fund, and that way you don't have to deal with the day in, day out monotony that comes with real estate investing, and you can just get that royalty or preferred rate of return on your investment.